Hold on. Let me take a sip.
That's all I gotta say about that. Oh my God.
How was your weekend? How was prom?
It was psycho. I ended up doing 3 gigs. I told my kid to drop off at the bar so I can get your photo. I felt like a horrible mother, but it got done.
Her dress was insane.
Right? Wasn't it so cute?
It was very cool.
Yeah. She ended up in the newspaper. I was like, thank God that dress was newspaper worthy.
Thank God.
No, and not just as a mother, though. As I was looking and gazing through all of the photos of all of the other prom goers, she had the best dress.
Well, of course, I would expect nothing less.
It was like her and one of her other art friends who also had a stunning dress. I'm like, all right, these 2 are my top 2. And she's like, Mommy, she's my best friend. Like, oh, okay.
Like, sorry, I didn't know that. I actually have never met her, so this is news to me.
Never seen this human before in my life.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that sums it up. So she's like done.
That's
So
crazy.
yesterday I was like, get it all out and sleep in today because that's not going to be the case the whole summer. We're not having this.
Yeah. What's she doing? She got plans?
She's got like 14 side hustles and she's working at the Melody tent before she goes to college. So she's just got to get some stuff done.
Nice.
That she's been not doing and making me crazy. So,
well, yeah. And then you'll be on her about packing like quickly.
Oh my God. I know it's going to be a blank before I even know it. Like, I'm not actually looking forward to the summer, even though I have a desperately needed vacation coming.
Yeah. I think it's going to be busy and quick. Like, I can't believe I woke up this morning and I was like, we're like at the end of May. That's crazy. Memorial Day is this weekend. I'm like not remotely prepared for what that means and what that entails. And I feel like every time I go to work, I see new construction on the road. And I'm like, what's your plan?
We're just opening that up right now.
Yeah,
a little late, isn't it?
Past like 4 different details on the road yesterday. And I was like, I'm 5 minutes away from work. Like 5 minutes, 5 miles.
Yeah.
Where did you come from? Why were you not doing this in February? Why were we doing this like 3 days before Memorial Day weekend? That's fine.
I know. Because it's the unofficial start of summer around here. I feel like it really won't get crazy until like that 3rd week of June when all of the kids are out. Then it gets psychotic.
For sure. Yeah, it does just mean though, like people are out. People are out already. I went to the Squire over the weekend. It was like shoulder to shoulder sardines packed.
I don't miss that. I don't love that.
And then like a wedding gets out. No. Oh.
And they're like ready to go. Like the pump has been way primed.
I don't know. The
rage.
Staff. So I was watching the staff and we were laughing at like how good they were at like picking out locals versus non-locals.
Yep.
And how they would talk to you completely differently. Like we were getting talked to so differently and like getting quicker service than like the craziness down the end of the bar. So that was pretty funny because we were like, what makes us look like such locals? Like just asking. Like, is it the way we're dressed? Is it the way we talk? Like, what?
No, it's general attitude. We just, we swagger in like we own the place. It's just a different vibe.
Like, it was so filled.
Presence.
It was so filled with like Chatham Harwich locals, and then the wedding gets out, and then you had like the massive SUV pull up with the Florida plates to Main Street Chatham, and all the girls jump out in white jeans and a striped sweater carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm like, can't relate to that.
At the Chatham bars, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was that. So that was pretty funny. But it's definitely starting. So people are getting.
Was there a band or a DJ there?
Band, yeah. So we went to go. Friends of ours are in the band, so we went to go see the band because it was like their first show starting this season. So we wanted to go out for a couple hours to support, which was fun. But yeah, quickly. I mean, we were there an hour, and our both introverted selves, we were like,
"Ripcord, get us out."
Yeah, he was like holding his hands up to make sure I didn't get hit. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So anyway, it's starting.
Yep.
Remembering that I should have a social life, but we know I don't really want one. So.
Isn't that? It's really it's the rub. Like you want to feel like you're part of society, but at the same time, you're like, "Oh, is that the society?"
I'm good. I think I'm kind of good. I'm like more excited to like grow plants this summer.
Yeah, good. I love it. We're both going back to the roots. Our first farmers market is this weekend,
Oh,
and
yeah?
I'm hoping for a rain day. I'm just like not there. I need like 2 more weeks. Like orders can come in. I'm dealing with people. People are terrible. It's
Is it on Saturday? Sunday? Sorry, I missed you.
every Sunday. So that's fine. For the next 22 weeks, we're running it in Mashpee on a Sunday.
I can't look at the weather because every time I look at it, it goes back and forth on whether or not it's going to be sunny or going to rain on the weekends.
Yeah.
And obviously that is like make or break it in my business. Like I'm in the mall. Like it's either gonna
Yeah.
be one or the other. So I'm afraid to look.
Saturday, I DJ'd from the trunk of my car. That was a first.
Wow.
Like, all right, well, here we are with a generator in the trunk of my car with a tent over myself.
How'd
But we
that
got
go?
it
Where were
done.
you?
I was in Hyannis. It was the suicide awareness walk.
Oh, fun.
So we had almost 500 people there, people that came from Nantucket, the
That's
vineyard,
amazing.
and they walked. They still did their walk. And,
That's awesome.
everybody showed up in ponchos and rain jackets, and it was cold and it was miserable and it was
Yeah, it
raw
was gross all
and
weekend.
emotionally raw as well. So it was
Yeah.
just one of those like cry fests.
Well,
It
that's
was good though. Yeah, it was an event. So that was
Good.
how I started the day, and I ended up with service dogs at the end of the day. So that was nice.
Nice.
It's like I went all of the emotions. It was good to go.
Oh, good. All right, we should get into what's roasting.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to get this one out of the way. Get it
You and
out
I
of the
were
way.
I know you and I were talking about it on Friday, kind of going back and forth when we were like, what? Wait, what?
The audacity of this man is fascinating to me. That he
He's
thought this was a good idea. This was clearly not approved by a publicist.
no,
This
it
was
was like
not.
serial killer, like, right?
The way I'd said it to you, and I just can't put it any better, is, and obviously we're talking about the Diddy
Diddy.
coming out. Coming out and putting a video up on Instagram apologizing for his behavior publicly to Cassie. What I said to you, and I still stand by it, is like, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, apology videos are reserved for like, I made a tweet 10 years ago, I now regret, or I was on a reality show and my behavior wasn't great and I apologize for that now. Like, that's when those things are applicable. Not beating the shit out of another human in a hallway, in a public hallway that was filmed in a hotel. Like, that is not you. No. There is nothing publicly you could say to change that moment in
Mm,
time. There is nothing you could address. There is no rehab you could tell me you went to, or how high or drunk or whatever you were in that moment to make that okay. Jail. That's it. Like, there is no excuse. There is no statement. There is no, like, it is not worth you speaking a breath. I'm sorry, jail. Go to jail. That's it. You're done. Get out of here.
yeah, and Cassie's now husband is just like, oh, he's marvelous. And
Yeah.
I love that she found a human that is like so nurturing and loving and anti this human.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that she's found the space for herself. And I'm glad she took his money. And I'm glad this is coming out afterwards. Like, I'm
Yes.
just, you know what I mean? Like, you are a gross, horrible human. And you don't make apology videos after you've been caught a decade later. Like, it's
Yeah.
just gross.
I think all of it is bad. Like, I think even addressing it was hurt. Although I don't know, deny. Like, every which way that you handled this was poor,
Yeah, it was really bad.
and uh, you're getting sold out by everybody in your inner circle. Like, this is going to be bad for you. Get
Well,
off the
probably
internet.
because he was so awful for so long to so many people. You can't
Yeah,
just stack up the bodies and be like, "What's behind me? I don't know."
yeah. Like, you're not all powerful. Never got into your head that thought this was not going to catch up to you. Is I can't anymore with that. I just
Yeah.
And
No,
then,
we
of course,
start
50 Cent just writes, like, shaking my head, bad
Oh,
move. Like,
yeah.
which
Well,
part, by the way?
he's always known. He's always been very vocal about Diddy's behavior. So
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just sitting back smiling,
Like, I
even though
tried to
he's not
tell
a
you.
great person either.
No, but
Not that kind of human, though. Not at
yes.
all.
Yeah, and I will say, too, Drake and Kendrick can thank Diddy. Like, or not think, depending on which way you think this is going. Like their whole feud going on, which I am like just on the surface of barely understanding, but kind of understanding,
Yeah.
um, is unfortunately for them, because part of me thinks it's like a complete marketing scheme and like
Yep.
just a way to sell songs, is getting completely overshadowed by this Diddy stuff. And I almost just want to be like, this was great, do it in 6 months. And you
Yeah.
would have made more money. But that's me assuming that the whole feud is fake, which I think it is.
Well, I think for Drake, it's just nothing but more popularity. The man is a marketing machine. So he absolutely views it as that,
But
where
he's
Kendrick is
also
like,
I'm probably gonna get blown up on the internet for this, but he's also a fake in himself. I'm just gonna say it.
absolutely, you're not
Like,
going to get blown up. Most people agree with you, even if
okay,
they like Drake. That is facts.
he's got a couple of bangers, but like he's
He's not
not.
Kendrick.
No. And
He's just
also he's
not.
also not in the same league. Like you don't where in Drake's life did he realize that he could act like the rappers that came from the backgrounds at which they did that he did not? That's where you start to confuse me.
You know what? Because I think he's got a lot of ghostwriters, and I think he just, raps and uses their information in their space. I don't think he
Totally, but I just
necessarily
want to be
ingests
like
at all.
it just comes off so authentic. Like
Yeah.
you're going up against Kendrick, but like you started as like a prodigy actor from a young age. Like hold yourself back. This actually is not your first craft, and truthfully, like not the craft you're good at. This just
J-
happened to be the one you made money
just
and started to
collect your
run with.
checks. Collect your checks and shut your mouth.
It's just making
What is
statements
going
out
on with
there.
the J-Lo Ben Affleck situation? Because
Nobody really knows.
I told you at the roast of Tom Brady, he looked unhinged, like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So I don't know whether what he's going through again.
Yeah, I don't know. She liked to tweet at one point or comment at one point about like men who have lost themselves who can't be partners or something like that. But she was at a premiere this weekend and was wearing her wedding ring, and they were seen in a car together. But then also reported that they're like officially living separately. So I don't think anybody has any idea, and I don't know. I was thinking about it from a publicist perspective. Like, what do you tell people to do? Because obviously the internet is buzzing about it. Do you say nothing?
I feel like you're best to say nothing.
Yeah.
I just let people speculate. They're gonna anyway. It's just what they're good at. So, I mean, you got to just kind of remove yourself from it. However, I just feel like Ben Affleck is one of those people that just can't be happy.
I know you
I
said
don't know whether
that.
it's a Boston thing or what. I just,
Well, I was thinking too, like, she is glamazon.
yeah,
She is constant work. She is glamazon. She is like ultimate diva. That is her speed.
yeah.
And he is not. He is trying to be so far removed from fame and do his own thing. So the pairing to me is super interesting because I'm like, do you guys like align on values in your world where one of you wants to be super absent from the light and the other one is like trying to go towards it and stay in it for as long as they possibly can. And that in itself, I don't know is if it's gonna work when you guys are a celebrity together. Like, I don't know.
This is J-Lo now. Broke from not selling any albums.
Is it
And
though? Because she'll come
I
out with
don't
another
know.
documentary and say, "Just kidding, it was actually me now." That
No,
was
wait,
me 6
now.
months ago.
Wait,
Who didn't
now.
count? Yeah.
It's awful. All right, Harry Styles, Taylor Russell,
Yeah, I kind of forgot
split.
that they were kind of
I
forgot
didn't
that
even
they
know
were
they were
dating.
dating.
Yeah, we knew they were dating. We just kind of forgot that they were dating. They were shockingly quiet, but I'm bummed for him because that was a better pairing than the MILF mess he was in before that. So
I don't know. Maybe that was the one you get under to get over. They were together, like him and Olivia were like really in love. I thought it was like a real relationship.
yeah, he's got songs about her and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
They're young. He's
Yeah,
young.
but then he left. They broke up, and he was with that other model, and that they were friends.
Yeah, but I think he's just like mentally young though.
Oh, probably.
I don't think he's like prepared. I still like boy band mentality
I
in
mean,
his
I
brain.
do. That's okay. That's fine as
Yeah.
long as
Oh,
he's
it's totally
showing up
fine.
on Vogue in feathers, then it's fine with me. Whatever.
Speaking of Vogue and feathers, Sabrina Carpenter, I absolutely adore her. You and I had like a Sabrina Carpenter fangirl moment last week.
She is just the ultimate pop star right now. She has got I watched her videos. I watched her performances on SNL. I went back and watched the video. Her costumes are perfect. Her hair is perfect. She's got the perfect little dance moves. She like her songs are like she is just like this little doll
Yeah.
and is put perfectly in the limelight. She's got like the right hot dancers next to her. She is just the quintessential cliche pop star right now, and I'm obsessed. I love it.
I loved her for the season finale of SNL. I love that she did
Yes.
like her own versions of the tunes. There was a moment though that I had like a little bit of a chuckle where she crossed her legs and there was just like this one spot of cellulite and the camera looked like it had a panic attack and zoomed out and changed the lens. It's like, oh my God, she has a small dimple. And I was so excited because I was so
Yeah.
glad. But then at the same time, I was like, that cameraman couldn't have gotten out of there faster.
And also like smart cameraman, like,
someone's going to have my head for showing this angle.
100%.
So I love the whole moment though. I really loved her on that episode. I'm so glad she popped up in a couple of sketches.
Yeah.
It was just good.
The only thing I'll say is she does different outros for each of the places in each of the shows she did. So she did a
Yep.
nonsense outro at the end of Feather.
Yep.
I thought it was a little muchy.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
I think those are fine when you're at Coachella, and I think you can push the envelope maybe at like a concert here and there, or at Coachella. But I felt like if we're bleeping out your lyrics and changing them because you can't say swear words, then that outro might have been a little much for
Yeah.
national TV.
I love the fact that Adele was like, espresso is my jam.
Oh,
so
so
good.
have you seen the clip? She was singing it. She was sitting
No.
on the piano. It's so funny. She was sitting on the piano and she goes, you know what? And then she goes into the story and she talks about how she is working late. Obviously, like she got out of her concert, she got home, she got a shower. She does this like full steam thing when she gets home to like warm down her voice. So she has to like breathe in stuff and she can't sing. Like after that, like after her concert's over, she can't sing until obviously the next day. She can't talk, she can't do anything. She just does zero. She goes, but you know what? I got out of that shower and I was singing, I'm working late because I'm a singer. And it was like Andy Adele voice. And she's obviously in her full get up for her own concert. And it was pretty funny. And then I love the fact that Sabrina Carpenter responded in like an absolute perfect way. She goes, all I read was that Adele is thinking about me in bed. I was like, I love this. So on brand.
She's a doll. I love her. Season finale of SNL season 49 happened. And the happiest moment through the whole thing is my husband gets to cancel Hulu Live now and save us $90 a month. Because that was the only reason why we have it.
Funny. I didn't see anything with Jake in it. Was he?
Jake was funny. He sang a lot. I didn't realize he was a singer, but there was a lot of musical numbers with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I wanted to go back.
Once again, he was queer baiting. I don't know what his deal is, but he sang a song about boys. It was
all right. I'll have to go back and watch it because I also wanted to see if there were any like Taylorisms in there between the two of them. There was a funny moment in an intro where he said something like, I'm going on SNL, and Sabrina Carpenter shot back something with an Out of the Woods reference, which is a Taylor Swift song about Jake. So I thought that was pretty funny. We knew something was going to happen. So I wondered if there were like,
you're better at that than me because you're the Taylor expert in this show, not me. I have no idea. It would have hit me with a ton of bricks and I'd be like, what's happening? Oh, what's that? Oh, Taylor Swift.
Everything's going to be like that. There's so many, she's changing costumes and colors and stuff on tour. We're waiting for another album. We're waiting for an album that she might have canceled that she might decide to bring back.
God almighty.
We're waiting.
We're waiting. P.S. All right. Steve Carell headed back to HBO. I saw they're doing a reboot of The Office. They said no for the longest time.
Yeah, it's gonna flop.
It's not gonna be good, right?
It's not the same.
I agree.
Sorry. I have nothing to say about it because it's just gonna stink. But this might be decent. So Steve Carell and then the creators of Ted Lasso and Scrubs.
Okay. It sounds like it's gonna be bad but good, and I'm so for it.
I feel like Steve, though, wouldn't get out of bed. He wouldn't leave his house for anything that he didn't actually genuinely like the script. He can be so choosy, right?
Yeah.
About what he wants to do. And I feel like he's got like a very particular genre. So he would decide if he thinks it's funny enough for the public to do it and if he can relate to it. So I think I think it'll land.
All right.
That's
I'm
it.
looking forward to it. Just something fun, funny, light, goofy, something I don't have to work hard for. Yes, please.
Yep. And then the rest of us are watching Bridgerton again.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even stepped into that one right there. I'm watching like just
Yeah.
old bad shows to fall asleep to at this point.
I watched the new first 4 episodes of season 3 twice.
I'm on like so much Advil right now because I have like I'm like healing from my surgery that I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
like cranky and just overworked, tired, and my face hurts all the time. So
Okay.
since my face is hurting, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta get my morning show rolling. Hank is waiting in the wings, so
Of course
I
he
will
is.
talk to you. I know, right? Get perky with us on Tuesday and Thursday.
And find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, The First Shot Morning Show. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have
The
a great
First
day.
Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.